If you're like me, you've probably bought a disc or two online. Now, what can happen sometimes is you get a disc shipped in, you're so excited to go out into the field and throw it, but unfortunately, when you go out and throw it, it flies like nothing you'd want it to. So that's why I'm starting this series called Can It Crush? What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at your favorite discs. We're gonna see how they fly in real life, too much, so you guys can get an idea of what the discs actually do. What's up? We are here to put a highlight on 4 different discs. 3 of them I'm gonna be comparing in a video. So I got Berg X Stasis. I'm gonna throw them from some upshots, compare them, probably splice that into a different video, or maybe just keep it this one. And then I also have the Doomsday Dread, which is a new prototype that went out to the Survivor team. So these should be coming out to you guys shortly. But I love the, like, it comes like this red and white split dot here. So it's pretty sick. But unfortunately, my play on this first one is not to throw either of them. This is hole 1. It's a par 4, 400 feet. You can cut a lot of distance off by going into that right gap early and then pushing it far enough that you have like a semi-putt throw thing. Also, I was throwing out in the field and my wedding band just like flew off my finger and I couldn't find it. So, interesting start. But enough of that, let me just put my volt on a good line, get it over. Ooh, dang. All right, well, we're gonna need those approach discs. Just hit the tree and sat. I didn't slide. Unfortunately, there's like no line here. So I've really only got a shot where I gotta throw a forehand through that gap there, churning. That's really the only way I can get close to the basket. Before we see these discs on the course, let's check them out, see how they fly in the field. Whew, backhand Heiser Berg. Into the net. See, the Berg never really comes out once you put on that much ante. Oh, wow. Wind took that. Berg X. Huh. And Berg X coming back a little bit. Okay. Ooh, worst shot. That was a bad shot. Might run and go grab. It's hard footing here. All right, Berg. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, let's try that Stasis on that same line. Okay, not great. Berg X, the one I have the least practice with. All right, well, I don't think that showed you guys anything, but I did get over, so. That was such a hard footing. And from this range, probably not. Committed. Ooh. Yeah, that first one just needed a little more power. Stasis and Berg got about the same distance though. Berg X was nowhere close. 2 is basically if I drew a straight line right there, 223, not a long shot. So you either got this left fairway or this right. Even though I'm a lefty, I don't like the left side because if you kick a tree on that left side, you're going out of bounds. And on such a short hole, why even play with out of bounds when you can just take a shot, throw it up the middle, and 9 times out of 10, you've got like a 60-foot putter shot for par. Okay, so I'm throwing the dread on a little churn. A little higher and that's it. See, even that spot, like I'm not gonna have the worst look. Stasis is gonna be my first shot, and then the other 2 will just be practice. Just trying to put it through that gap. Oh, dang. All right. Yep, through the gap, a little driven. Oh, and that Berg X, I'm not finding it easy to throw. All right, dread forehand. We trying this? Probably my closest one. Okay, a little 50-footer for a par. It's not what you want, but didn't go OB. Okay, is what it is. All right, so definitely not using any of the discs off this tee, probably for the approach, maybe if I get close enough. Here I'm trying to swing a forehand, high, flat, have it crash to the left. This is a par 4. If you drew a line like to the left, you're getting to the basket. It says it's 380. Definitely plays way longer just because of how big the churn is. Inside. Oh my God. What a lucky duck. Hey. So the problem with this basket is you see the shot I have here. I have a nice straight clear shot. I mean, I'm a little worried about, no, I'm not gonna hit that. The distance I need to cover though to get there is a lot with these guys. So my thought is, that's narrow. It's gotta be probably a mid, a little overstable through that gap right there. But I do wanna try, these aren't gonna necessarily count for my score, but I do wanna try just laying up short and a little right. So that's a shot I need to practice. Okay. So if I was in a tournament, I don't know what shot I would really take. I'd like to think that I'd go for it, but it's just with this like 2 tight gaps. Yeah. And I mean, thrown on lower power like that, they all pretty much look the same. So you can see both the Berg and the Berg X landing close to this OB line, where the Stasis got a little bit more of a favorable push. Okay, here's where you'd like the Berg or the Stasis or whatever you're throwing. This is where you'd like something to just put it close every time. So Berg first. I mean, not a bad shot, bad tree. Berg X. Oh, pulled it. Good flight. All right, Stasis. Go in. Oh my God. Whew. A little too much heat on that guy. All right, clutch putt time. Outside the circle. Can't really step or jump though. Just low. Come on. Yep. Oh man. Another gap where just not feasible for my distance to throw those discs. 302, low ceiling, tight, narrow, par 3. There is a little gap to the left. If you are super accurate, you could hit it. I'm not super accurate. Things I will say, this is probably my worst hole on the course. The tee shot's tough. The upshot, if you don't put it exactly at the right like height, is tough. Let's try and get a par though. I feel like I got it in me today. All right, basket's over there to the left. Realistically, I feel like I've got nothing. I mean, I see a high gap there. Maybe I could try it, but I realistically think my best idea is just throw a forehand through this guy. Yeah. I don't know. Am I supposed to throw something up? Nope. I'd say that's the weakest part of my game right now. When I'm stuck in a spot like this and there's no openings, it's just like an instant bogey for me. I don't know if you guys have any advice on that, but. Okay, on this shot, we're dealing with a low ceiling to get into the green. Usually I'm playing like a, oh man, this thing's wet. I'll throw that last one. Usually I'm trying to throw it over stable disc, skip it to the basket. Let's see if I can do that with these guys. I'll start first with the Berg. So I definitely know I want to throw it on hyzer. Man. Okay, all right. Gotta get that arm up if I want it to swing on the hyzer. Berg X. Yeah, it just don't have the distance for that. Well, at least that's the way I want to throw the shot. Okay. Now, you guys ready for the fun shot? I'm going that narrow window right there, and I'm going to place this forehand right in there. Oh, man. Oh, man. Thought it was going to happen. Whew. Stasis did get me close. I do want to try from here. Okay. So I'm not that bad today. Just a little early. Oof. Just... That's the nature of the course here at Daisy. If you are an inch off, you are not good. If you are like a foot off or a foot and a half off, you're actually doing pretty decent. This is probably one of the tightest courses, and I just mean for lines and accuracy, that I play in this area. I have a line, I can hit it, just gotta get up on that rock for par. Yeah, sure, that was the gap I was going for. Bro, is it my body? Is my body in the way? Is the disc? Yeah, okay. So what was going on there? I couldn't get back here because my body was in the way. So when I took that step back, I could actually drive through on that hyzer. That's weird. Okay. Finally something good today, huh? Okay. Whew. All right. Probably gonna throw off this basket here if I get close. Then I'm gonna throw the approach disc off the short one. And that'll probably be it for the video, at least for the in-round segment, just because I am tired and I want to get through this round faster. Wow, that felt good. Basket's up on that hill, so I'm just throwing a hyzer here. I'm gonna throw it in between the trees, have it pop up. Good shot, a little short. Okay, Stasis. A little shanky with the Stasis today. It is nice you see it fighting out though, even though I put that a little too cut over and flat. All right, Berg. All right, one of those shots I executed on. Okay. All right, guys, honestly, what I'm gonna say is between the Berg X, the Stasis, and the Berg, I think all of these fit that slow approach disc where you're not gonna get a ton of flight one way or the other. I would say for myself, the Berg is just a little, like it will never really come out of that turn where the Berg X and the Stasis will. And I guess it really just comes down to hand feel for these guys. Berg X is a little deeper. You can, that thumb goes in there a little more, like reminds me more of a pig, where Stasis is more narrow. Kind of like, maybe like an animal's got that like grip trap, but even that, it's not the same. But anyways, nothing less to say. They're all three are good discs. I think you can go out there, kill it with any one of these three. So, all right, I'll leave you with that. I'm just gonna hit the sick birdie putt from the long tees. Later.